So Liz, you have created, which is rare in our world, some new language for the first time, this idea of multipliers versus diminishers. So just take a couple of minutes and describe the difference between those two.
Well, there are two different kinds of leaders, and we looked at leaders on the polar extreme in our research, and we found that some leaders, we call multipliers, are people who use their intelligence in a way that amplifies intelligence in people around them. They're the kind of leaders that bring out smarts and capability in their teams and in their organizations, and you contrast that to diminishers. And these are leaders, we know, we've all worked for one of these leaders, that somehow needs to be the smartest person in the room, and in so doing, it drains intelligence out of the people around them. People retreat, they hold back, they're off their game around these diminishers.
Now, you caught us by surprise in there. You asked these questions. What was the thing that multipliers most did best? And the whole audience picked listening. And the one they voted on least was the one that mattered the most. Just describe that for a moment and what it was. It's this intense curiosity.
Yes, it's really at the heart of what the multiplier does. And, we found these 5 practices in the multipliers. Yeah. We found these multipliers got twice the capability out of everyone. But what was so curious to us is how they think. And the mindset of a multiplier is so rooted in intellectual curiosity. And as we assessed all the different leadership and management practices, we found the thing that most distinguished multipliers and diminishers was intellectual curiosity. They want to know, they're curious, they see puzzles and challenges, and they want to solve them, and they want to know what other people know. It's like I said, C.K. Prahalad's reaction to the idea was, he said, the critical skill going forward is not how much you know, but can you access what other people know? And it's rooted in a very deep intellectual curiosity. Leave it to CK to figure that out.
Of course, rest his soul.
Yeah.
And as a result then, listen, you've got to listen. But the key skill you mentioned was questioning.
Yeah.
So talk just a moment about that.
Well, I think at the root of great thinking is a big question. And multipliers have made this transition in their career. And they've moved out of a mode of needing to have all the answers. They may have a lot of answers. They may be the technical visionary for their company. They may be the founder. It may be their brainchild. But they've evolved their leadership to the point where they know their most valuable role is not having answers, it's having questions. Which means it's a scalable model of leadership. Because if you are rooted in having answers, your organization can only grow so big. Because it's all based in you. And we all have a limited realm where we can be kind of an expert. But they use all their intellect and their knowledge to form the question that causes everyone else to go, oh, well, that's interesting. That's an interesting challenge. I think we're motivated by puzzles. And they ask the questions that cause people to lean into challenges and to go find answers. So they get the answers by asking the questions, and they let their organizations be smart and find them.
Good. Liz, may we all have more multipliers.
Yeah,
Good.
thank you.
You bet.